Are you ready? You think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break the wall!
If you are up late, hey, welcome in a big weekend special edition Wrestlemaia after Raw. Wait, yes, by Tom's Productions. Check him out at Tom's Productions. If you think it, he can ink it on all of your printable apparel and things.
One day you'll get it right.
I don't
Tom's
know.
Productions, you think it, I ink it with all your printing and decorating.
It's late.
I'm not trying to do two things at once.
It's late.
That is it.
Thank you for joining us on this late evening.
Hey, an amazing weekend, and it ain't over until, let me tell you, something brother says it's over. Welcome in. What a weekend.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking weekend.
A new era,
A new era.
new and old era. Where is he going right now? All right, yeah. So we had what's Ken doing? All right, he's fixing some technical difficulties. The ghost and his back appears. Probably upset that we weren't doing a Sunday night show.
Probably not.
It is our live special WrestleMania edition of Let Me Tell You Something, Brother. I mean, this is what day number 9 or no 8 of 10 days straight of wrestling. Event number 12 of the 14 or something like that. So, should we get into it right away?
Sure.
So, first thing that happened over the weekend, Friday night after SmackDown, was the WWE Hall of Fame
That was a late
at
night.
midnight.
Yes.
Ended at what, 3:30 in the morning, I want to say.
I wasn't up that late.
I stayed up till about Michelle McCool's speech, and then I'm like, I'm not staying up any later.
Yeah.
And then finished it up this morning, actually.
I finished it up Saturday morning. Watched the last half of it. I really wasn't impressed with it. Wasn't, it was all about Triple H.
It was, yeah. It's like he's cutting down the time for other people, but he got to speak as long as he wanted. Shawn Michaels can go as long as he wanted. Undertaker can go as long as he wanted, but everyone else was kind of cut to a minimum time. They went 6 total minutes for Brett and Stone Cold.
And we are at, what's the time, Keep?
Yeah, that was 3 minutes and 30 seconds right away, right off the bat.
Oh, he is on there. They got to change up this format.
Yeah.
They either got to go back to where like they do WrestleMania for one night, which I think they should do.
That looks like Brett on that picture, but there was some old angry lesbian or something that was standing up there. He doesn't look like that no more.
Well, of course they use the Prime pictures.
Oh yeah,
of course. Well, yeah.
Well, his life don't look like
sure don't look like that. Dude,
I love how they do this. All the Hall of Fame inductees are in their prime, and then all of the people inducting them are like, what they currently look like.
Right, they're old. Yeah.
I mean, the Undertaker looked horrible.
Oh my God, you just know
that's a bad dye job.
That's a bad dye job.
That hair ain't regrowing.
Definitely, that is a cap only kind of guy.
Yeah.
I think he may be joining John Cena with that hair implant soon.
Hey,
I think he's having Cena tested out and see how that goes. But yeah, for the Hall of Fame, like the immortal moment for Brett and Austin, like I was talking to my brother over the weekend about this, and it's like a lot of the wrestlers' best matches were against Bret Hart.
Mm-hmm.
So it's how many times is he going to be now inducted for his matches with them?
I say twice. That's it.
Who was the other one?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Screw job.
Yeah, I think they're only gonna do 2 times because they're gonna not want that many Bret Harts in the
Well,
Hall.
right, but I'm just saying, like when you look at some of the guys, Diesel, his best match was against Bret Hart.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 Kid, Triple H's other friend, best match was against Bret Hart. His best friend, best match, Bret Hart.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I wouldn't say. I mean, you're talking about Shawn Michaels there. I don't know if Shawn Michaels' best match was against, because I could see them not doing that match and doing the pair of against the Undertaker back to back.
And Flair.
And yeah, well,
Right.
I could see those matches being there just to kind of keep Bret out of it longer, instead of just constantly showing him in there.
They need to constantly show him in there. He deserves it.
Whatever.
The other thing that was interesting is that like Triple H's speech was very, very long.
Yes.
And due to how long it was, kind of shocking, he never mentioned The Rock.
There's still a long hatred between the two. I mean, it showed last year at the when they came out and The Rock, they had all that backstage stuff. I mean, there was some real heat there. And I think that is something that is going to transpire and keep going. And I think with The Rock being on the board of TKO,
Showing up when he wants, screwing up storylines as he wishes. And is it going to be a point to where Triple H is like, I'm done?
yeah.
Or where they go and say, best of luck in your future endeavors?
And I mean, it's not talked about on any of these slides, but with that whole new show that they're coming out with, the curtain behind
WWE,
Unreal. I'm curious to see if you see any of that animosity show up, because who's really pushing that show? Is it WWE and Triple H and creative, or is it TKO and the board that has final say in what is shown? So I'll be kind of curious to see how that kind of plays out.
And see if he's getting frustrated with the script changes that he has to do. And so I'd be curious to see. I believe that debuts May and Netflix.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to talk about? Or the Hall of Fame? Your nice thing was seeing Luger actually stand for his speech.
Yeah, so supposedly took a bump at the airport. It was supposed to have a longer walk. It was supposed to be a good 100 feet. And they had to limit it down to 30 feet, and then they felt safer just doing a 10-foot kind of walk. I feel like they could have had somebody else holding the wheelchair for Luger, like someone in the wrestling industry instead of just some random person from the hotel. But hey, paying $10,000 a ticket, to see WrestleMania.
No celebrities this year.
No.
The legacy was Kamala Dory Funk Jr. and Ivan Koloff. So that is that for Hall of Fame. And now let's get into WrestleMania Night 1.
Okay.
Did you have anything for the Hall of Fame, Ken?
No.
So WrestleMania started with...
I did, actually.
Oh, yeah.
If my daughter's got up there with as low cut of an outfit as McCool had as a dad, I'd have been like, good gravy. But good for her.
Hey,
Still
good for Taker.
Still diva.
One thing about the Hall that Triple H should say, what was the whole comment about Shane McMahon? Like, what was he getting at with that, you think?
Maybe work with him in the future.
Yeah, like maybe work with you in the future. Don't drop off anything high.
Don't fall off anything high.
Yeah. Like, okay. It's kind of weird.
Shane's trying to get back into business somehow.
Somewhere.
Maybe TNA.
Maybe TNA. We talked about
AEW looks like they dropped that ball if they don't jump soon.
Yeah.
So, okay, Night 1 starts with main event Jey Uso versus Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really call main event Jey Uso anymore because he didn't main event WrestleMania.
Did not main event, but will be main eventing future pay-per-views or PLEs.
Well, we'll see.
See how long the streak is? Or the reign?
We'll see how long his reign is. I think he'll have one of the shorter reigns. Transitional champ. I think he's not going to like the duties that involves being a champion and responsibility.
I say a minimum 3 to 4 months.
That long?
I do, because they did a lot of the build-up. You have a lot of the fans are invested. Clearly, as we'll talk about later on in this show, we saw it tonight.
They literally yeeted for 20 minutes.
Right.
Yep. I mean,
tonight.
We can't jump ahead. Remember, he's cards, man. We got to stick to these.
Yeah, sorry about
that. No, so I don't think
you have to have 64,000 yeeting. That's the line they wanted.
I think that is, they've set that in stone. and they're gonna give it to him for a little bit. Now the question is, who are the opponents? Are they gonna give him reputable opponents? I doubt it.
Is Gunther going to get his rematch right
Mhm.
away? Maybe
We'll
a
see.
Backlash. We'll find out there. My prediction would be probably Money in the Bank. He'll lose it. So whoever wins Money in Bank will cash in and
You think a quick cash in this year?
quick cash in on him.
And that's the one thing that we'll talk about at a later show probably too. But like that's just one thing that they definitely have to change. Like if they're gonna stay with these 2-night PLEs, they got to make the Money in the Bank more
Prestigious.
prestigious.
So yeah, so in this match, Jay pretty much made Gunther tap out via submission hold, and it was like
Sleeper.
a quick
Yep.
sleeper
Same
tap.
submission hold that Gunther put on his brother
Yep.
weeks before. So I mean, it was kind of writing on the wall.
Yeah, and it should have been where Gunther passed out. I think that would have protected Gunther more.
Or if you wouldn't have done the pass out, or if you would have done more of a bloodier match.
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of built that up to have a very bloody match, and you didn't do it.
Right.
So,
No blood.
Yeah, it was pretty blood free.
yeah.
And for me, as far as an opening match goes, it was blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was
Well,
flat.
And especially because I'm almost positive the mats were dark colored mats. It wasn't like you had the white mat where like you have to worry about the first match, blood and whatever.
Yeah.
Like I feel like all the animosity between the two and him getting Jimmy involved and bloodying up Jimmy pretty
Pretty good.
disgustingly, I would say. Rubbing it in his skin and
Right.
all that stuff.
Licking it.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why he passed out so quick. Maybe there's
Right.
something wrong with Jimmy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got a little bit of oos on it.
Got too much oos inside him now.
Got oos in his DNA now.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Austria oos.
Yeah, that was just bad.
But it was predictable.
Yeah, it was,
Most of these matches were predictable. We're waiting on results. I
yeah.
think
Ken says what our next show he'll.
next show will have.
Oh, wait, I
results.
think he's doing a recount.
Okay.
I just haven't counted.
We counted for you. We're pretty sure we are going to be the reigning defending champions.
That's all right.
So, second match that night was a New Day or the Boo Day versus Clash of Clans, Viking Raiders.
I like this version of New Day.
Oh yeah,
It's entertaining. They've always been entertaining. I hate it when they had all the positivity. I hate it when they were 3 guys. I don't know.
well they had the
disrespect to
dead
be-
unicorn. And
Yeah. Well, now it's just like it was just always like to me it didn't feel fair. Like I've always advocated for a trios title in the WWE because you had so many factions that had multiple members, more than 2.
right.
But now this new version of them kind of cheating back to how they used to be, but it's kind of just more of the heel side. It fits them.
That's their first ever WrestleMania win as a tag team.
Really?
They were 0-5.
That's interesting.
So there's your fun fact. Yeah, and then the Viking Raiders came out in Clash of Clan gear. It's what's for me. What's getting annoying with all these premium live events on Peacock and Netflix is the advertising. Some of it's spoilers with how they advertise.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
Well, it's interesting. Like you see
the
here,
corporate money greed
yeah.
involved.
So you got Clash of Clans, which I've never personally played, but clearly you got Jay, Cody. I'm guessing that's Bianca-ish.
Yeah,
Becky,
Taker,
Rhea, Kane. But what's interesting,
Is that American Grande?
it might be, is that Friday they announced that Undertaker and Cody Rhodes will be in Fortnite.
Right.
And my kids were very excited for it. And it was very funny to me because all my kids were like, oh, I was expecting to get Dad, we need this much for V-Bucks to buy them. And they're like, no, they look horrible. Like it was just, they're kind of stretching it out.
Cash grab.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right. I think with all the greed that's going to happen, it's going to start backlashing.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, that's the next pay-per-view.
Hey,
Hey.
there we go.
All right, yeah. So, yeah, New Day reclaimed. The following match was Jade Cargill versus Naomi. This was probably the most predictable match of the night. But we both had big points on Jade winning.
Mhm.
To me, I would not have done this match. I would have preferred her versus Bianca. I think a lot of fans would have preferred her versus Bianca. It was just with her and Naomi, it didn't feel like it was a WrestleMania-esque type of match.
Yeah.
She did have the cool move with like that reverse power bomb,
Yeah.
and then the implanter, and then
there could have been a lot of ways to improve the match. I think. I mean, I think it was great to see them just kind of squash it, but I feel like Bianca could have done something and come out and, because she's still talking on the other shows of, oh, my best friends fought and I couldn't do nothing about it. Well, here they are fighting again and you did nothing about it. Yes, you had a match on night 2, but you could have taken that storyline to that next level with, and they didn't do that.
Right.
And I feel like, as we talked before, you could have also then rolled interference into the next match and kind of set up something that we all want to see. So,
match after that was LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu,
Mhm.
the Samoan werewolf. My favorite guy.
Came out with a phenomenal mask made by the same guy who gave us the Fiend
mask.
Yep.
I mean, he has just got the aura, the superstar.
Oh, yeah.
Like I've said on our last show, if Vince was still there, he would have been pushed to the title right away.
And I don't know, you watch AEW a lot, and I know that, but like, I don't know how much you watch of like the independents.
Not a whole lot.
So, and I've been saying this guy's name for a while, but what Jacob Fatu can do, his brother Zilla, light years. Like, I mean, like younger. So like he's at the same level, maybe a little bit lower right now, but give him time, they'll be able to put matches on for years.
So yeah, he ended up defeating LA Knight, getting his first individual championship, United States Championship. Haku, his dad, jumped the barricade.
Yeah,
to go congratulate his son, which is a cool moment. I think I may do that if my son ever did any of that stuff.
Which one are you thinking?
Either kid. Any of my kids.
Okay. I'm gonna go lean more towards Sarah on that one.
Sarah's my only hope for wrestling right now.
Probably.
She was the only one that would watch. Josh watched a little bit with me, but Sarah was pretty much the only one that was really watching any of it. She was hoping to go on YouTube or play Roblox.
My thing right now is this was the only match that what comes out of it. Like, where does LA Knight go? Because I think this title was the one thing that he was really holding on to. Because I can't see him going after any of the heavyweight titles,
which he should be, but for whatever reason, they're holding him back.
Yeah. So.
All right. The match after that was American Grande, which was supposed to be against Rey Mysterio. However, Rey got injured on SmackDown, legit injury with the knee. So then Rey Fenix replaced him.
Yep.
I was kind of shocked that they let Rey Fenix lose in his debut WrestleMania match like that after his hot start.
Well, there was a couple times where, Triple H came on and said that he kind of messed up his ankle walking across the ropes. And then also when he kicked El Grande in the face
with the
steel plate, you definitely saw him with his ankle kind of acting funny. So I think that I'm curious if that was just kind of a quick finish just because he was hurt and they didn't want to hurt him so quick to acquiring him.
Because to me, it looked like that was him selling the steel plate in the mask.
Yeah.
But kicking, because it was like, oh, he just went down. But it's like, no, he realized the steel plate wasn't there. And El Grande from the Gulf of America. Wins his first ever WrestleMania match.
Yep. And I mean, you saw it on Raw tonight. The whole marketing material behind El Grande is it's humorous to me.
Oh, I mean, it is genius.
Yeah. The old vintage photos and all that stuff, making the lore, and
it's probably racist too.
But and that's I'm glad you said it, because on the pre-show of night 2, I believe it was night 2, that they announced the acquisition of AAA from Mexico, and
all the Lucha
Libres. So it's like, I'm kind of shocked. Like, it kind of reminds me of Sergeant Slaughter and the Iron Sheik when Gulf War was happening. Like, okay, you now acquired this company that has a huge luchador following and history. This is not going to go over. So either this guy is going to be like target number 1 for all of these people, or you're going to get some bad backlash on that.
I think they're going to give him a nice run. Maybe we see him go after the Intercontinental title.
I was gonna say U.S.
Or, well, I mean, it would make sense, but he's on the wrong brand.
Yeah. Well, we got a draft coming up soon.
So maybe when the draft happens, yeah. Or when AAA comes, maybe one of their belts.
Now here's the question: draft happens. Who drafts Chad Gable? Who drafts Americano?
Ooh.
He double duty, double dip.
I don't know why you
But
guys,
a single
I don't know why you
paycheck.
guys think he's the same dude.
I
don't see
it. Could
it.
be anyone.
I don't see it.
They already showed it on the debut that Chad's there talking.
Yeah.
Right. They were in the hallway.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's
I,
a Hall of
thought,
Fame.
I think he could also be Mark Henry.
He could be.
I think Omar should wear it.
God
one
rest
time.
his God rest his soul.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I was like, wait, do you know something I don't know? The next match was
It was the women's championship. Looked great on paper with the idea.
Mhm.
The build up for it was awful. It wasn't until like when they're in Chicago the week before where some personal shots at one another.
But this is where again, how with the build-up problem, is that because of where they were at? Because they were on that European tour, was it a problem where you couldn't really build up correctly? But
And that's the issue, is because European tour, they're so excited because they barely get to see these wrestlers. I mean, it takes them, usually I think it was every 3 years for certain areas.
Yeah.
And I would say keep the European tour after WrestleMania.
Yep.
Especially during your slower months of the season, because it gives the crowd more energy.
Yeah.
While your U.S. fan base is usually more energized and intelligent with what's going on.
So this was probably, I would say, Tiffany probably had the best entrance,
The
Barbie entrance of the night.
Flair looked like she just knew she was going to lose.
Yeah, but also like her body, like there's just something off about it now. Like
That's probably everything that's going on in her personal life, and
I mean a lot, but I mean the vignette that before she came back at the Rumble, like I mean showing up in shape, everything like that, working out, and then I just feel like this match, she didn't have that build.
No,
she just, like you said, looked like she knew she was going to lose.
And that's where I was kind of disappointed, because I thought it'd be one of the better women's matches, especially in the history of WrestleMania, and it was just another.
And they almost had the same. Again, we've said this before. Almost same ring attire. Like I get it, it's new versus old, but like, come on, do something a little bit.
Charlotte was stiff.
Yeah,
she was not good. Did not show well.
No. One thing that I thought was interesting when they
Hold
showed up.
tight. We've got Tony the Kid in here.
Oh, wow.
What's up, guys?
Wow, turn down your mic.
Oh, I think it's because I'm on my laptop right now with you guys.
That is it.
My condolences.
Welcome into the show.
Wow, we got
the host of Chop It Up with Tony. Hey, man, how are you? Big weekend.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. I'm good, guys. Hope you guys are doing well, too. WrestleMania was a hell of an event, Saturday and Sunday. Great ending for Saturday. Mind-blowing, to be honest. I mean, yeah. Tom, you expected
it. Mind-blowing.
You expected it. I get it. You expected it. My bad. You got
It's been written on the wall for months.
No, it was great. Great weekend.
What that tells me is that you picked wrong.
Well, no. Yeah, I did. That last match, you're right. I did pick wrong on that one. You're right. I wanted to, but if someone was telling me like, nah, let me wish for the great hope and be like, okay, CM Punk to go on it. Just to kind of rub it in with you a little bit. That's all, Tom.
Well, see, this is where Naked Timothy would have been the one where he's like, well, you're not going to pick Seth and you're not going to pick Pepsi Boy.
Yeah.
So you're going to pick Roman. Like, I already know Rollins is going to win. I want to keep the belts. You guys aren't touching them.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, Kent's going to have the results on Sunday.
We'll have the results on Sunday.
He hasn't counted them yet.
I have not tabulated it, nor has the accounting firm Jones and Jones.
Don't worry. It's been a long weekend. We've been watching it, and it's been fun, going crazy and see what social media does. But hope you guys are doing good. Nice to see you again, Tom. Nice to see you, Alex. Don't worry, Alex. I remembered your name
there
this
you
time.
Go.
Okay? All right, I got you.
Because you're Facebook famous. That's why.
We're Facebook famous now.
That's
well,
right.
see, I'm kind of mad. I wish I would have known you were coming in, or at least this way, because I would have mailed you something. But we have something here. I guess while you're here, we could talk about it. I was out Saturday, actually in Wisconsin, and we stopped at a gas station, Quick Trip in Janesville, and going through this section, I saw these lovely. There's 3 of them. I have 2 of them here. Seagram's Escape Spiked, 10% alcohol. I have Rumble Punch, and I have Slamming Blueberry.
Hey.
Now, I have them both right here. I will find the 3rd one. We'll have it on set. I mean, our set's getting a little packed here, but I am somebody who does like to try things. So I had 2 of these chilled. I have one that is the Rumble Punch, and I have the Blueberry here. And I brought some solo cups. I'm sorry, 10%. I'm not slamming.
Yeah,
any
no,
of
hey,
these.
that's
So.
If we would have done the watch party, I think that would have been one of the bets right there.
This
Slamming
would have
them.
been. Oh,
right.
I don't think I would have been able to
Do a
walk after
little
that.
do a little stone cold smash with them.
Yeah,
and
no
There you go.
quads, no quads, no quad runners. So Ken, I will pour you a little bit of each one,
right.
and I'll bring them to you.
So Tony, we're talking right now about the ladies, single match for the championship with Flair and the other blonde.
The Tiff. I look at it this way. I'm glad Tiffany won. I'm so glad about that. I'm glad that they stuck with Tiff on this one. But all in all, it just tells you Charlotte needs to. I don't know what they're gonna do with her right now.
I think it was a message sent to Charlotte of her unprofessionalism in recent months, and like, nope, you're not in charge. You're not calling the shots. We love you, but like, you can't do this bullshit anymore.
Yeah,
you're not your dad. You're not your dad right now.
Yeah.
You don't have that repertoire to kind of, say your things and do what you want to do in the ring and stuff. And I think that was kind of intent. But I'm also a little ticked off that Tiffany, if you guys have watched social media, she downplayed her teeth. She said, "Oh, I didn't chip them. They're perfectly fine." Yeah. But come on, Tiff. Like
she had them repaired though pretty quick, or that veneer was on there at the press. So I'm gonna step away real quick to hand something to Ken.
I'll get it. Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. It was like real quick. Let's just get off the match, and then she went live, or she did like a post or something like that right after WrestleMania. It's like you had a doctor right in the freaking locker rooms or something like that to get that done. So, but all in all, I'm glad that Tiffany won. I picked her to win, to retain it, and I'm glad that she kept going. I think her next opponent should definitely be either, I would say Jade at this point right now, to be honest.
I think it's too soon for Jade.
Too soon?
I think it's too soon.
That's fine. That's fine, Tom. I'm picking Jade on this one, okay?
Which one did you go to first?
Well, which one do you have, Kent?
Pink or blue?
I went pink.
All right.
Pink. Let's try pink.
Pink tastes
like pink lemonade.
Nope.
I mean, it has a punch.
It does.
Whew. Yowza. Natural lemon, strawberry, watermelon, and guava.
It's like
and artificial.
The
sweetener.
Bartles and James strawberry daiquiris with like
it's like Vicks Formula 40. It's like Vicks Formula 44D. That's just like cough syrup.
It's not bad.
Oh, it's horrible.
But this is better than the Mountain Dew stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's better than Great American Beer.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hey,
I wouldn't go
Real
that
American beer.
Whatever.
Real.
I got some in the fridge.
It doesn't matter what name it call it. No one's gonna drink it. Really. That's why they didn't advertise it.
It's old style.
It is old style.
It is old style.
Smoke a pack of cigarettes after.
Newport. So it ain't even the Newport.
Blueberry's not bad either.
Marlboro Olds.
All right, let me try the blue here.
All right, I gotta try the blue now.
We got one for you right here, one of each.
Oh, the blue's better, much better.
I would go with the blue.
You know what? I
like blue flavors.
I agree, but I think I like the pink. Tasty better.
Well, this blue on a hot day.
Oh
my
God.
God.
Course?
You'll be slobbering all over yourself like Jey Uso at his press conference. That brother, for real.
He was partying afterwards. That boy.
Yeah, he did. He celebrated. There's some
like
champagne.
No, they're both good. I mean, they're not bad. But like Ken was saying, if you have 2 of these, I mean, you're not doing much after.
No. Hey, you do this out. You do 2 of these on the golf course. Somebody better drive you home, or you run over somebody like.
Well, it's the chamber of golf out.
45-minute drive, man.
That's all right.
All right, so now we get into the main event of Saturday night.
Saturday night main event.
Pepsi Boy versus Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the rights of Paul Heyman. All of them have 3 smoking hot wives, and they're fighting for the walrus.
Cuckoo-ca-choo.
Cuckoo.
Wow.
I think to me, I know TK, you just said like you were shocked by it. I mean, they've been setting this up. When we were doing our picks, they're like, okay, they're obviously going to set up where it's going to be Rollins going home with Heyman.
Now, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I did not see Raw. I mean, I did not see what was coming on Raw out of this. And that was shocking to me.
No.
And I'm going to say that because we got this on the slides here. But this match, there was a lot of back and forth, which was great. I will say this was probably the match for me of the weekend.
Oh, no.
Of WrestleMania, not NXT, not any of that.
Oh, no.
This was the match of the weekend for me.
For you.
For me, for sure. Just because I wanted to see Pepsi Boy get hurt. I wanted to see Seth get hurt. I wanted to see Roman get hurt. I just
wanted to see everyone get hurt. You're sadistic.
I'm tired of them, man.
I don't know.
I'm tired of the tribal.
You wanted to see the nut mixer on Roman?
They should have called it the Nutcracker.
Right, right.
But it was just funny because watching it with my 15-year-old, and he doesn't watch wrestling as much as he used to, but like it was predictable. Like I was like, oh, Paul Heyman's getting frustrated. You know, here he goes, he's gonna get a chair. Oh, he's gonna give it to CM Punk, and he's looking at me like, how do you know all this? I'm like, it's writing on the
wall. Once you saw the black chair, it's like,
yeah,
that was a symbolism for Rollins against Reigns for so long. That's like the Shield chair is what it's called.
Now, why do and this might be a Mandela effect, but did Roman hit Seth last year with a chair and he got payback for the Shield?
Seth came in with the chair and Roman Superman punched him.
Okay. Yeah. I just remember there was some commentary with it, with last year.
And then then Roman grabbed the chair and was debating whether or not to do that. He took his frustration out on Seth.
Because they made a comment.
And then that's what got Cody
the
win because he lost focus on Cody. That's how they're playing it.
I agree with though.
This stuff is good. I'm buy this stuff.
Best match of WrestleMania.
To me, that's not. I'd say that's number 2.
What did you pick? Number 1.
I'm going to show you right now what I picked number 1. Right there.
Right there.
Right there.
I agree with
no
you.
way.
These ladies hit a better triple threat.
Come on.
100%.
No, I said it in our group chat. This was the best match of WrestleMania weekend.
You are just a Bianca Belair train walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she didn't even win, and I'm saying this is the best match.
No, they sold their moves. They did everything.
Oh, no, they sold their moves fine. But when she hit the turnbuckle and was able to turn around almost instantaneously and have momentum, it was Cody Rhodes-esque. And I just hate that in wrestling right now. I hate this whole...
The spear she took from Bianca, though, that
was great. Match number 2.
No,
I gotta rewatch that.
I'm with
I want to know where Rhea Ripley got a black eye.
I don't know, but she sold it tonight.
Hey, I don't think you can say that on air.
Oh
wow!
Yeah.
Hey, no.
Yeah,
down under she could say things.
Yeah, right. I don't care the color of her guy. But anyway,
her guy is white.
Hey, I'm not saying anything today because last show I got in trouble with
that. I thought Tony the Kid was asking where she got a black guy.
On my ancestry DNA trait, I'm 6%. I'm allowed to say.
Fair enough.
But no, this match was good.
Yeah,
I loved Rhea's entrance. I hated Bianca as we talked about in the green room.
Yeah,
the screwed up jump roping.
Yeah,
I mean the 55-year-old double dutchers were. I mean, it was not good. There was more moving than just the rope. That's what I'm saying. You know, parts that shouldn't have been moving. That's smooth, huh? Look, he's going back in for more.
I like the pink. The pink
blue
is
I'm
good.
good with.
Oh, you guys are crazy.
No, like the blue. Usually I go blue, but
I don't got long.
Look at me. I always go blue. Like I may stay the night here. I got a bed.
and when he says that, he means 6 cardboard boxes and sweatshirts.
Yep.
I'm gonna let the cat out of the house on that one. I'm out.
Well, yeah. To me, it's like I had Bianca winning the match.
Yeah.
She's my girl. I thought,
Rhea.
and this is why, because I thought with Jade winning the night before, I thought with Bianca winning the belt, it would set up a feud with them for the titles later.
And that's what I was saying. If you would have had Jade versus Naomi, you would have had Bianca come out, try to diffuse the situation. Jade could have turned, and then Jade came out this match, and you would have set that feud up perfectly. Right. Story is on the writing, everything's there. And you didn't do that. Now you see it on Raw. You see these two are going to now go at it. Where's she? She's clearly going to go after Jade, but how are you going to set that up?
Well, because she's on SmackDown roster.
Yeah.
We got a draft.
But the other thing will be
Maybe she goes after Tiffany.
Did Noemi actually get injured this match with Jade?
They're saying she may have hurt her shoulder
From
on the from the power bomb, but it's like when you watch the
powerbomb.
video, I didn't really see it.
So the angle that the WWE had, you don't see it, but there were some angles that I saw from fans, and you saw
I think it's all AI generated.
her shoulders
basher.
definitely hit the mat first.
Yeah.
Which would have caused the momentum for it to go behind her back, which I could have seen. But we'll see. I mean,
yeah,
she's playing
Time
that dark
for it.
character right now
Yeah.
anyway. So
And then after that was the Wasted Sin City street fight match.
It's horrible.
I felt bad for Drew. He should not have been in that kind of match.
he got it. I mean, the one shining moment for this match for me was when Drew took the selfie.
The selfie from his,
Yeah.
he took the phone from his brother.
Yeah. Just because when he tried to talk to his wife and Basher Berlin, and he got losses the match
No,
for him.
The best was when he was trying to get into the ring with those shoulder pads. He got hung up on the rope.
Yeah, the sponsorship's got to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing that we've talked about before. So
the gimmicky entrances have really kind of lessened the product in my mind because of what we've used to been watching at WrestleMania entrances. But like what Triple H did in his entrances, what Rey Mysterio did with his.
But
like,
they all stopped before they got to the ring, though. Like Triple H had the helmet,
Right.
he had the gear off before when he walked to the ramp. He was,
Right.
it was
He took it off there.
maybe the one where he rode with Stephanie down the ramp, but again, it stopped before the ring. These
Right.
guys are trying to
Correct.
get into the ring with this gear on. Like the
Right.
War Raiders did it too.
Right.
Yeah.
No, agreed.
And
But
for me, like this didn't really feel like a WrestleMania, mainly because like with all the commercials, you didn't have the special promo packages, you didn't have the legends, you didn't have the match build up anymore. It was just commercial. Here's our next match.
Second,
was it just me or watching it? There was a lot of like breaks in between.
Too many
Look,
breaks.
too many breaks.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
little breaks without
yeah.
the commercial.
And as like to set up or whatever for the ring or
Now, to me,
whatnot.
this should have been a backstage brawl. Should never even came to the ring. Maybe at the
Pre-show.
final moments or
Yeah.
pre-show,
Pre-show.
exactly. But this should have been something where you could have had more things set up in the back to do.
I mean, what this shows is like this easily could have been one night, eliminating a few of these matches
Yep.
that were not even needed. It would have been a much better WrestleMania-esque feeling, and I think a lot of talent was just overtired from the week of events and night before and night before that.
Well, then
No,
we're
is it
all-
just me though? Right now, with Damian Priest, he needs to get a group again.
Yeah.
Is it just me?
No,
Because,
he needs people.
like his solo run thus far. I mean, let's be honest. Once he won the title last year, how quick he lost it, and it was well warranted, just because he just was making mistake after mistake.
Right.
And right now, currently with his solo run, and thus far with this WrestleMania coming into,
Team
it's like
Undertaker.
you need to go back into a group. You need at least two people on the side of you to kind of pizzazz the inside of the ring and performance.
It's like, and he needs to have a talker and probably even like a guy that's a step above him as a main eventer.
Go
He
back
needs
to
be more
our
the enforcer.
Well, I mean,
Oh, I mean, you know what? Team him up with R-Truth to at least be entertaining.
it would
There
be.
you go.
I mean, he would be another candidate just like Andrade. He went to another promotion, came back. I mean, I wish Andrade would have kept the mask, the black mask for a while longer and not really spoke. But that's one thing that hurts him is when he talks. Because he has I hate to say it's a likable voice that he doesn't sound intimidating.
No.
Like when the Undertaker spoke back in the day, like he had that voice where it was like, oh, okay. Like
Or he had Paul Bearer for him.
I don't want to fuck with this guy. Or you had Paul Bear that was a lot crazier.
God rest his soul.
He is dead.
Yeah, all right.
Good job on that one, Ken.
All right, and the match after that was the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental title. This one we called right away because as soon as we saw his Fatal 4-Way and Dom was in it, that's the only way he can win the match.
Especially
win the
when you
belt.
saw 2 Judgment Day.
But best way he won it. I mean, let's be honest. The way he did it, entertaining.
Oh, what?
Entertaining.
That is the best finish of the weekend.
Yeah, that was a good finish.
And the fans gave him his flowers. He ran back in the
my.
ring with the belt and got
Now he's a
cheers.
fan favorite now. Yep.
Well, and
Oh.
the best part is
it's going to be an awesome run.
Not from
him
yesterday.
on the post show. He was eating it up again, taking
Yeah, he
shots
was.
at his deadbeat dad, all that stuff.
Getting his chicken tenders ready.
Getting his chicken tenders ready. Got into the golf cart, hit a fan.
For real.
That's fan number 1 that got hit.
Yeah.
But my
Oh,
biggest
that's
down.
the number 2
No,
because it's post show.
yeah, but this was before. It happened before Stone Cold was out.
No,
No,
Yep.
this
No.
was post show.
it was post show.
His match was over.
Yeah.
They did things how they did their post show. It came out was after their matches, they had it staged. They didn't just do the post show after the event and then everyone came.
Don't ruin it for me.
Okay, all right, my bad. But
I don't
I
know.
was
I don't know
very-
where he's getting his facts from, but I don't know.
okay,
Is it the same facts as he got when he said, "Oh, it's Papa John's"? That means they're going to win.
Hey, they're
We're not there yet. We're not that slide.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
The advertisers were giving it away.
This ain't your show. It's my show. I run the slide.
Braun Breaker, though, I felt like he had some good moments in this match, but he was kind of for the size that he is. I feel like these 3.
Well, and with him losing, I felt like it's okay. He's now going to go to the next level. And we'll get
I
into
mean,
that a little bit
he
later,
threw
but-
Finn Balor above his head like God. He pressed him like
And this is
Yeah,
a guy that
like-
we've been saying a year ago should have been pushed.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like as soon as he was brought up to the main roster, they should treat him like Goldberg, just this dominant force, quick matches, squash matches, and be the guy.
Yeah.
Like that's your superstar right there. Him and Jacob Fatu right now are your 2
Yeah.
younger
I can't
superstars.
wait for that match.
Now with Finn Balor losing at this point, and I see a nice little feud between him and Dom right now. The way they're kind of
Right.
brewing this up a little bit, I also see Finn Balor going back to his demon stage, like I said during the chat yesterday. I mean,
He should be. Like I don't know why they don't.
it's more or less of like I think also to him being a Triple H guy way back when it'd be like this is your time to kind of separate.
Yeah.
You can do a solo. Damian needs to come back and then just go out there and do your Damian stuff.
Oh, don't bring back Damian.
No.
Keep him out. See, I actually would bring in Cross.
Ooh. I don't know, man. Give him a
Nice.
mic right now. He's hot right now.
Yeah,
We'll get into that later.
yeah.
All right. So the match after that was the mystery opponent versus Randy Orton.
Which
Lovely.
none of us guessed, by the way.
No,
And
Huh?
I thought about it at first, and then I'm like, I was really thinking it would be Aldous, and it was Joe Hendry from TNA because
fantastic.
Joe Hendry TNA was in Vegas for the week, and knowing about that deal, I'm like, it could be him.
Yeah.
The other option could have been Jeff Hardy too. I heard he was getting pushed for the match.
Or Rusev.
I think it would have been good. Randy was going to win,
Yeah.
Right.
so they weren't going to put anyone right away. Like I don't think they want to squash Rusev right away.
Right.
But I thought like maybe Nick Aldis, he deserves it. He's been
Right.
having that feud.
Same.
He's
But it's
still in
like
great
they did
shape.
the whole Joe Hendry thing just for the YouTube video
Yeah. Henry showed
views.
well.
And
1.1 billion social media.
Henry, yeah.
No. That's what WrestleMania did.
Oh, for
1.1 billion.
But I thought Henry did a nice job.
No,
I did
it
too.
was entertaining.
Entrance was phenomenal. It was like
Yeah.
I think his entrance and his appearance was just as good as when Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy returned to
I
WWE
was just about
when
to
they
say
had that pop.
That
That
was
pop
funny.
was freaking phenomenal.
How small he looks next to Orton.
Oh my
Oh my god!
I was like,
I mean, but John Cena said it on Pat McAfee show today. Like he looks taller, he looks bigger. Randy does than he did in years past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure. But I think this was an interesting play because for me, how do you keep that relationship with TNA good? Like he wasn't gonna win
Right.
because it's Randy, but also you don't want to squash him because unless
oh
you're
no,
trying to
that's the
kill the guy.
WWE. Like I've said before, this whole relationship that they're doing with TNA is to try to take away their best talent as soon as they're free agents, so that
Mhm.
the value is the company and they could buy them like they did ECW. What they did with
Yeah,
Rob Van
possibly.
Dam.
Yeah.
So
You
I mean,
didn't
that's
Makes sense. Look at Jordan Grace.
Rob.
oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Rob Van Dam.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so lost.
Rob Van Dam.
I know who
Yeah.
Rob Van Dam is.
Well, you got to do Rob
Right.
Van Dam.
That's the whole thing.
Why didn't you do it when you said Rob Van Dam?
Right.
Now you got to do
Yeah.
it.
No, you got it.
No, we're not going
Oh.
next slide till you say it.
Oh my god, Rob Van Dam.
Thank you. It's my show.
Here,
You know what? I'll
the
walk
Seagrams.
You know what? You can go choke your chicken.
the Seagrams is
We can't have Seagrams on here.
There's-
No,
we
No,
can
we
have
need,
all
we
that.
need more of this. This stuff is phenomenal.
But not just finished the can already.
Hey,
oh, my
bro.
can's
Oh.
been done.
Hey, holy cow.
Oh,
Oh,
See,
that red stuff.
maybe it's a good thing I didn't drive all the way over there because I
Right,
would have had
right.
one of those and have to drive all the way back. Probably.
Oh, I got foam pads. They're fine.
Yeah, you would have been in trouble.
My house is 3 blocks away. We're
Yeah.
good.
I had 2 fingers of each, Tony. That was enough. I'll tell you that.
All
Like I
right.
said, when I was worried, when I saw 10%, when I grabbed the can, I was like, "Oh, this looks nice." I was like, "Oh shit!"
Shoot, that is something.
And the match after that was AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
Stupid.
And you know what?
No.
Logan Paul is a genius. He came out with a drone. He was holding the drone,
Yep.
looked like a selfie stick, and then let it go, let it fly, came back, caught the drone. You have any idea how hard it is, especially on a turnbuckle, to catch that thing?
I do know. I've tried to catch a drone. I've cut my hand on it.
Like,
Those blades are not plastic, by the way.
and I'm going to give Logan Paul his flowers. Yeah, he may have only been in business for, what, a year or two? He only had X handful of matches or whatever. He's putting in the work.
He is.
I like.
He grew up with the internet, like being hated on the internet. He knows how to own it.
There's nothing that man has not touched that hasn't made millions of
That's
dollars.
right.
Mhm.
That's
mean,
right. For real.
Floyd Mayweather fight, everyone's like, "Oh, you're fucking dumb. Why are you going to go into a fight with Floyd?" Made millions. Prime has made millions. Come to WWE has made millions. He is a perfect heel. Like this is like if Triple H could have and Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon could have went into a lab and made a heel. This is what the heel looks like.
Yep.
I think if they all collaborated,
Oh yeah, everyone hates him.
Yeah.
I love him.
I love him too.
You know,
I picked him to win.
you did.
the dude,
You
the
will.
dude can wrestle. He ain't afraid to put his body out there
No.
either.
No.
Just
Right,
not his
he-
hairline.
He does some crazy shit. But his
That was a great lion salt.
yeah, but oh my god, there's
Three-quarters of the ring.
Oh, but his because he's so polished on the microphone. I mean, his presser that was good too.
Go back to Friday night. Him at the Hall of Fame. He sat there and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm being inducted." And like the announcer was like, Saxon was like, "What? Are you serious? You think you're really going to Yeah, I'm going to the Hall of Fame. Like, watch it." He was fully committed.
Mhm.
And like Saxon was like, "I don't know what I just watched." Like,
Yeah.
this is clearly scripted, I get it, but it's like he plays that persona.
That's what I'm saying. He does it so well.
And like for me, like
He's gonna go in the Hall of Fame.
he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Celebrity wing.
By the time he's done, by the time
Celebrity ad.
2052.
he'll
Hall of
have
Fame
gold
class.
around his waist too. I
You already
guarantee
had
it.
it.
Yeah,
No, I
he
mean heavyweight. He'll be the
don't say that.
I would say he'll
He's
be
going to
more
defeat
of the,
Jay.
Saudi Arabia champion.
He's
Saudi
going to win
Arabia.
Money in the Bank and
Well, it ain't
defeat
gonna happen
Jay.
in Japan, I'll tell you that.
yeah, or Saudi or Australia.
Oh, he won't be able to go to Perth.
Yeah.
But for me, like I was expecting more out of this match, especially with their both level of talent,
Mhm.
and I felt like it was flat
Agreed.
for most part.
I don't like this whole gimmick with AJ right now.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
The cross.
yeah, well, not even with the cross. I'm just saying, like, this whole like he's on this high horse. Like, is he retiring? Is he not retiring? Like, there's been multiple reports that have been out there that he's only got a couple more, like one more year left.
He
It
really
might be the
does.
last WrestleMania, and that's fine. He's been in the industry for so long.
Yeah.
First off, cut the damn soccer mom hair.
Yeah, thanks.
You know,
Thank
I mean, you've cut it, so I mean, come on, talk to your boy here. Like,
Yeah, for real.
long hair to
I was fat AJ for a while.
You were, but I mean, anyway.
Well, he can't keep it out of his face. I mean, pull
No,
it
and
back.
that's the
do something.
problem. Or wear a headband.
Right.
But again, Logan Paul's biggest thing is he is going bald, and that is why his hair is always down, and he has a headband underneath it. Because that was the whole thing with even Floyd Mayweather's. They could not show him from a certain angle because of his hairline, and that was in the contract.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's why he always has it.
Oh, maybe he's going to go see the same guy Cena seen.
If you literally
Look,
comb his hair back,
Urlacher.
his hairline is like just
He's got the
probably
LeBron.
as-
He's like way
as
back
far
here.
back as my peak right here, just as far back there. That's where his
A little
hairline.
bit further than that.
Yeah. Well,
That's a pretty far peak.
He'll get the
Sorry,
the
the
he'll get
Seagram,
the ear
sorry.
locker special.
He'll get the Kent special.
No, he won't look good, ball.
So then the match after that was a match that
pissed me
didn't
off.
need to be on the card at all.
Nope.
No,
So it's
didn't even need that
purely
victory either.
they purely just needed it for the break, but for the main event.
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason why the match was on there was for the break before the main
Good
event.
camera angles on that.
It was great
show.
camera
Oh,
angles,
great.
long
Yeah.
shots too.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, yeah. So here, what happened is Bailey got injured or attacked before.
Now, do you
And
think
she
it's
had
going to come
24
out and
out.
find out that it was Becky that attacked her?
Probably.
Do you think that's the angle they're going to go again?
After
Okay.
tonight.
Yeah.
So
we're not there yet. We're
yeah,
not
so,
there.
Hey, a couple
so we
spots.
got there. Yeah. So we got where Valkyrie selected Becky Hogan to be her partner.
Yeah.
Come in and win the tag team champions for less than 24 hours.
Yeah, the man showed back up.
Which killed me about it is you gave Dirty Dom the title. I feel
Right.
like there should have been some moment where
They all have the title.
They all have the title at one point. And again, in hindsight, you have it now. But at WrestleMania, you had it. And I feel like this was just
like one of their shock moments to get views, clicks,
Yeah.
and Becky's back, wins the belt, and
Yep.
we'll get into
Yeah.
that in a little bit.
Mm.
And then the main event, which was spoiled by the commercial before it by Drumstick.
the card.
Yeah, the card.
And what
for
I'm
real.
referencing here is if you watch Friday night,
Saturday night.
Friday
Oh,
night SmackDown, everyone that had a colored card like John Cena's card or fully carded out,
Yep.
they won.
They won. The
The
white
only outlier out there was Tiffany, but if you look at the card, Tiffany is more zoomed in. Anyway, I like this match. I mean, this was a decent match for me. I like the kind of cinematography of John Cena coming out. It's a black
Black and white.
Yep.
Just
That was
not,
cool.
with his
Yeah.
last WrestleMania, just keeping it simple and
Mhm.
minimalist. He's doing his character well.
and shades of Eddie Guerrero in there throughout the match.
Nutcracker Part 2.
And the belt, and then flop the belt. That was one of Eddie's favorite moves.
And for me, the picks were already in, but for me, when they showed Cody with his
Did it hit in
daughter,
your now?
Seagrams.
Brought to you by Seagram. No. When they showed him
Spike.
with by Spike. They show his mom, they show his wife,
Yeah.
they show his daughter. Like it was like, okay, we're back to the Cody crybabies. We're back to
He didn't even give a belt away.
and then they showed him like on the halfway up the ramp, like sitting there, like pouting, and then they went back to John. You had some interference with this one. Travis Scott coming out.
That was a long ass walk.
That was.
Well, God, it was
And
terrible.
he was high.
More than 15 minutes, I'll tell you. More than a walk.
But I thought they were gonna get rid of those long ramps because of Undertaker. Clearly not.
And yeah, like with the whole match, I mean, for me, it's like because of what happened in Elimination Chamber with The Rock and selling your soul kind of thing, and The Rock not showing up at all.
Mhm.
It was like this. It would have been better for the heel turn to happen last night.
Yeah.
At the very end, where he just kicks Cody in the crotch and wins number 17 that way.
Mm.
With The Rock there or whatever,
Mhm.
interfering, like what's Cody going to do or whatnot.
For sure. And we spoke about that on a previous show. I feel like it would have had more pop, especially seeing the internet clicks and the media that it got, him turning heel. I feel like if you would have done that at here, I feel like you would have broke the internet. That would have been the match of the night.
Right.
Well, it was the main event.
Concur.
For me, overall, with the WrestleMania, it was Triple H playing it safe.
Yeah, what grade do you give it? The whole production, 2 nights.
C plus, B minus.
I'm gonna go B minus B.
Yeah, that's where I was rolling in. Probably B minus.
I mean, now I would
Solid
give
B.
it extra credit if you account Friday Night SmackDown into it, just because I feel like that last promo with Cody, I feel like was good, especially when he took the shot at, you say that I'm a lackey, but you're standing on the FSB's naked. Who do you answer to? Like that was a shot. Like that was a great,
Facts.
dig.
Yeah, that was a dig.
And then, so like I feel like if you take the week up to WrestleMania and WrestleMania, I would give it a B plus. But just WrestleMania, if I was watching it in a vacuum, I would give it a B minus B.
B.
And Triple H is doing the Vince old thing of having the face chase the belt.
Now,
'Cause that's
one
where
thing
you
that I
usually
do
make
want
the
to
money.
specify here is how do we have 2 nights of sellouts, but we have 2 different
Numbers.
totals?
Yeah.
You know, night 1 with 61,467 with a sellout, which on the group chat you guys did mention it holds more than that. But night 2 was a sellout of 63,226.
Yeah, so
The
2,000
people who have
more
a calculator out,
There's more pregnant ladies.
that is 1,759 difference.
Yeah.
How
But
many
both
more
were
tickets
sellouts.
did you sell?
Well,
Someone was pregnant with quintuplets.
here's the big thing. The big thing is this. I give it probably a B- because it shouldn't have been 2 nights. That's just a money push, and
The advertising,
the advertising.
the sponsor
They
spoiling.
could
the
have,
match
you know,
before.
started at 3, wrap it up at 11. You're done. Bang, bang, boom.
Because
Right.
what each night was just over 3.5 hours.
But they start at 3, and they got the pregame show like it's the parade on Thanksgiving Day.
But
you
it's
know?
not.
Right.
But the weird thing is, like in years past, you had a kickoff show. You had fights.
you had
on the
at least
kickoff
2
show.
matches.
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, not
Now
this,
it's just the
not this year.
kickoff show is them talking.
Yeah, garbage. Yeah.
So it's like you got rid of the kickoff show to add more matches to the card, but then
Do the Andre the Giant Battle Royal then.
Right.
Do it during your pre-show. Get
Mhm.
people out in there. Get them interested.
Yep.
Maybe actually have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal mean something. You get a title match the next night on Raw or something.
Yeah. There you go.
Make it have some meaning. And that was my issue with Saturday night, where it's like you have this triple threat main event for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the Walrus.
Yeah.
That's
love
it.
giving people nicknames.
Who could you?
Yeah, we haven't heard from Joe Sagnas in a while.
No, he was
there.
He was out
enjoying
there.
still out
himself.
there?
I believe him enjoying himself over there at WrestleMania. He attended
What-
in the audience, had some fun.
Was he there tonight or no?
I believe so. Yeah, he'll be.
Okay.
He right now at the moment. I think he's on air to come out this way, come back home.
Okay.
But yeah, he enjoyed himself pretty good.
All right. And then this morning
Now,
on the Fanatic show.
well, yeah, I was gonna say on the financial, but if you want to say the weekend and counting today,
Yeah.
Oh, this WrestleMania was an A-, A plus
Yeah.
show almost.
You're
Or
including Raw.
A-, yeah,
Including Row, yeah.
because it just all the aftermath, this stuff, the Pat McAfee show, like that stuff was gold.
Yeah, I'd say a B+.
Yeah.
I didn't need to see 20 minutes of Yeet.
No, mine is a 20 minutes a yeet.
That's where I still
But-
give it the B-.
but
Because
this-
20 minutes of eating.
This commentary here was spot on, exactly how a lot of wrestlers feel and a lot of wrestling fans feel about Logan.
Well, not
He-
just Logan, just wrestling in general.
Yeah. He hits it on the head. You know, as he says, both of them combined 25 years of experience in the industry. Like, I thought he was quitting.
I mean, he was hot.
Yes.
And for me, the only issue I had with it is because of what he said was a Friday or Thursday about not being on the show. Well, I get to go home and see Scarlett naked.
Mhm.
So, like,
That's a good
right.
I don't know what he's
Um,
complaining about.
yeah, right.
Oh.
But
he
that was
did-
like this
but here's-
morning.
He did perform at Bloodsport.
Yes.
So I mean, and he did have a hell of a fight at Bloodsport. So, you know,
he's doing the dirty work right now to keep
Yeah.
to kind of keep the attention and the clicks and stuff like that going for himself. Which right now at this point he's hot. And it's gonna run with him in his next storyline. Which let's be honest, his storyline previously was flat already. He lost his crew. He
Right.
kind of was in the mix of somewhere here and there, New Day, this guy, that guy. Didn't know where he was going. And then as soon as all this stuff happened over WrestleMania weekend, now all of a sudden you're a hot guy to put in the mix.
but he was still a Triple H guy.
Yeah.
And, well, that's why I say like, he should have been with Judgment Day from the get-go. He should have been the leader of Judgment Day.
I don't want to see him with Judgment Day. I mean, I said that in shows past that I would love to see him with Judgment Day.
I'd like to see him with New Day.
I would love to see him with just something new.
Our truth.
I mean, like,
New Day.
give him our truth, whatever. But like, just I would love to see him with a true
Faction.
faction
means
that's just
something.
gonna dominate. Because that's what I mean. You had the potential with Authors of Pain, and
Right.
they just didn't let it happen.
For it, yeah. That didn't.
Yeah, I would love to
That's
see him.
the
And
second
him
time around Authors of Pain. They do a run and they don't get nothing. They don't.
I'm stuck
No.
in catering.
Yeah.
And the other thing that happened today was John Cena was on Pat McAfee as well as Paul Heyman. Last night at the press release or aftermath press conference, Cena took off Cody's side plates right away. And
Without a
then
screwdriver, by the way.
what was that?
Without a screwdriver.
Without a screwdriver.
Well,
It's pretty hard to do.
right.
And then, 4 or 5 reporters asked questions, and he just had the same response and walked out.
He pulled the Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm here just because I'm going to be fine. That's pretty much what he said.
Yeah.
Do
But
better with your question.
This,
Clickbait.
Again, looks better
oh,
with
yeah.
the hat.
All you guys want is clickbait. Pay attention to Monday. And then he went on Pat McAfee's show and today and just, he was, like you said earlier, he was a normal person. He didn't have that kind of ego, but he still had that heel jab.
He wouldn't talk about himself. He didn't want to spoil anything about himself, but had no problem talking about Logan, praising Dom, saying Dom's going to be the most famous Mysterio ever.
Yeah.
Praising
all the heels.
All right.
Yeah.
But the one thing that when he said it today, it brought up what we talked about in previous shows, is he is taking the world heavyweight champion, the undisputed championship away that Roman Reigns held, that Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Flair, all them
The
held.
lineage.
The lineage.
And Brett.
Thank
Well,
you.
There we go. Full circle right at the 1 hour mark.
Right. But he said that now you're going to have to bring a new belt. And that's exactly what we've been talking about, because they did it with KO with the Winged Eagle belt. They did it with, they needed something new. And we've known that the writing was on the wall. This is just their way of doing it.
Yeah.
And I applaud it for that. I think it was the right way to do it without making it gimmicky.
But undoubtedly the GOAT.
Oh,
undoubtedly the GOAT.
But here's the thing, though. 17 times.
Yeah.
The next person below is Randy Orton at 14. So I don't think Randy's going to get to 17.
It'll hang on for a while, won't it?
But I don't think it's going to be as long as Ric Flair's was. I think someone will get to it before that.
No. But it's all in one. It's all with one company, though, too. I mean, it's not.
And the number of times you win a title means nothing to me.
Yeah.
It's how long you've held it. And how many times have you defended it?
Well, here you go. Yeah. Tiffany, as of night 1, 106 days as champion, 3 title defenses.
Cody Rhodes, 8 title defenses in the last year.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, these are stats that you're proud of. It's to me, it's from a title perspective, and we've all had this conversation a long time ago on the show. The title defenses mean more than the title numbers.
Right. SG3 pops in with a comment, says, hey, talking about Kyrian, says, give him more truth. The Kyrian truth.
There you go.
That could work good.
That could.
Mix it well.
Yeah. I'm still shocked they haven't had R-Truth talk to Cena yet.
I mean, he talks to Cena every day.
Right.
He might not be in the same room.
Right.
The other thing that happened today, too, is they had Paul Heyman on.
Gold.
You want to talk about it?
Gold. It's just nothing I can say about gold. There's a fan in the best highlight I could tell you if no one's watched it is there's a fan. And if you ever watch any of the Pat McAfee shows, there's Pat and I think Forbes friends, and AJ as well, that sometimes chimes in. So they're all 4 of them are there with Paul Heyman and Pat. So there's 6 of them, and someone says you suck, and one of Pat's guys goes, "Hey, no, you suck." Paul Heyman stands up.
Ask who said it.
Who said it? The guy points him out and says, "Oh, the guy that's going to be deported." That was great. Then goes, the guy says again, "You suck," and he goes, "Yeah, you know who taught me how to suck? Your mom." And it's just
and then he had
a family company.
And he had some digs against Shannon Sharp.
Oh, yeah. Yes. But then he also made digs at Pat McAfee about how he was at the roast of WrestleMania and how you were in the back with me and you were just, it's puff, puff, pass, and you're puff, 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 followed up with an edible, and then puff, 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 and then pass, which now you fast forward Raw. I think Pat McAfee was kind of choked up with the puff, puff. You should have passed a little more often there.
Right.
Yeah, so then tonight we had the Raw after WrestleMania. It tends to be the best Raw of the year. Sometimes the go home show WrestleMania is pretty good, but usually the Raw after with debuts and stuff. To me, it felt okay. It was a little long today.
Oh, it was a little long for sure.
The yeeting was way too long.
Yeah.
I actually thought Sammy was going to turn on
we
him.
all did in the
We
green
all
room. We
did.
were watching it here. Yeah, we all thought, I was like, oh, okay. He's
Here it
staring
comes.
too long when he's on the turnbuckle.
Yeah, Jimmy comes
Right, that
out.
turnbuckle stand, like you're standing at him, like as if you're contemplating, like should I
Take
or
his knees
shouldn't
out.
I?
Yeah.
Like, how'd you get the title before me? I had to wrestle Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is would that be the next big feud right now, currently for Jay, besides going back and forth with Gunther? Because whatever
possibly
show, Gunther could actually join Seth Rollins in them.
because you're going to see Seth and Braun more likely against Pepsi Boy and Roman at Backlash.
My thing with that is, does Paul Heyman do they go the route of creating a corporation faction where you're going to have now a tag team in there? You're going to have Becky Lynch is going to be the woman side of it. Are they going to do that aspect?
They're going to join The Rock and Cena.
Okay. Well, The Rock's not going to wrestle.
Right. But that's why Paul could be the voice.
Yeah.
Because he does still have the cell phone.
Yeah.
They showed him walking out with the cell phone with Seth.
Yeah.
Why would you be walking out with the cell phone if you didn't need to get a call from someone?
Well, and that's fine. But I just mean, like, you're still going to need that. You're going to need your New Age Outlaws. You're going to need your China. I'm not saying they're going to create D-Generation X, but they're going to create that.
Oh, that's a good point.
So it's like, who is that next? And also, what do you call that?
By the Generation Z?
I don't know.
Millennials?
Rusev Day. Yes, he did come out today.
Yeah.
That made no sense when he came out. It was during a tag team.
Yeah.
Kind of match with New Day, and then Alpha Academy came out to challenge them, and then Rusev came out and squashed Alpha Academy.
Yeah.
Raw started out with Cena talking, came out again to black and white.
But now, again, you're the AEW guy. Rusev could talk, or he was Miro on there.
Right.
He could talk on a microphone coherently,
Right.
correct? Why do we now have him back in WWE and he's like, oh, Rusev back?
Because people remember Rusev. They don't.
I prefer the old Rusev.
A lot of WWE people are stupid. They don't believe anything else
Most of
exists.
our fans, please don't.
They don't believe anything else exists outside of WWE.
Rusev was better not talking. Lana doing all the talking.
And
So
that's
he
fine.
needs to get himself a manager. Rusev will not do good on the mic.
Right.
But I was
We've
just
seen
saying,
it numerous times. That's why he didn't succeed in AEW.
my thought is you don't need the backwoods Russian kind of.
Not the
comment.
accent.
Yeah,
part.
that's what I'm saying. That's
Right.
what you don't need.
Bulgarian brute.
And where's Bulgaria at? Come
Next to Russia.
on. Where's the backwoods of Russia?
They're next to Russia.
Yeah, it's over there. It's it's Eastern Europe.
Let's ask my kids where Philadelphia is.
It's Eastern.
Some of these kids were Washington D.C. isn't it?
No,
Washington State.
They're
Okay.
a bunch of dumbasses, this generation.
It's Eastern Central Europe.
Oh, by the way, we've not touched on this. Our Pope has died, and no one has said anything.
I'm Lutheran. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, doesn't matter. I'm not religious at all.
I'm sorry.
We're talking about Russian.
Yeah, well, it's because listen, I
I
think
think Cena turning heel is what killed him.
I think so. I think he woke up this morning and was like, "What?
The nut shot to Cody
Yep.
killed his
Paul
career.
Heyman
Take
turned
me now,
on
Lord.
the day after Easter.
I'm going to hell. It's okay. It's warmer
I'll
there.
hold the door for you." It's,
I got a suite with AC. What are you guys talking about? But no, I mean,
Turn the heat up higher. I need it.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, Raw, I think was a little long. You minus the Yeet celebration. You had Dominic actually defend the title
Against Penta.
against Penta.
yeah,
And then he pinned Penta.
Yeah.
yeah.
Where it's like, I'm wondering, what,
The
more
frog
likely,
splash.
they're probably going to have Penta and Ray Phoenix be a tag team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, right now, with your Intercontinental, I guess, feud at this point, are you concentrating the feud to be against Penta, or are you concentrating your feud to be, storytelling to kind of put in Finn?
It's to put in Finn.
Hmm.
But it's just kind of shocking where you've had Penta, you're building him up.
Yeah.
He has a great
And,
entrance.
It's a great entrance. Well, yeah, I mean, they know he's a good showman for WWE. That's not what AEW is. And he kept botching moves in AEW, so they didn't trust him.
He botched him in WWE too.
Well, yeah, but he can get protected by his entrance and entertainment.
He could.
Yeah, and good
He's
camera
also a
work.
good merch guy.
And
And-
if you put him in a tag team, it'll help him out immensely.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm very curious with the AAA. As we brought up on the group chat, there's some people on that roster that have been excommunicated from the WWE. So I'm curious how that relationship is going to be.
I think Alberto Del Rio they won't do anything with. They'll
Mhm.
just let him sit out his contract.
Matt Riddle are not going to bring back.
I mean, you never say never with Riddle.
Well, I mean, he talked a lot of shit.
Yeah, but so did Pepsi Boy, and
He's still looking for
True.
his shoes.
he's still friends with RKO.
Well, the only thing with Matt Riddle that I say against Pepsi Boy is with him being a straight edge, doesn't embarrass the company as much as Matt Riddle being drunk in Vegas, walking through the hotel rooms or walking through the hotel
and the
rooms
allegations,
and yelling at people, and then the allegations as well. They don't want to have that along with the whole allegations with Vince McMahon stuff.
And then with Del Rio, they're more likely.
I said his name.
You could say his name on this show. I don't care. I already said I miss Vince. I wish Vince was running WrestleMania.
Oh God.
No, don't you say, "Oh God, I miss Vince."
No.
I want maybe that's my next T-shirt. We'll sell those on our store. I miss Vince.
I mean, that will sell out. That will sell out right there. Yeah, that's for sure.
I don't miss Vince to this point yet. I just wish Triple H would just be less predictable. I mean, clearly with the belts and everything like that, we've held him for so long because it is predictable. But it's one of those things where he's just got to let the rings go.
The difference is Vince didn't give a shit, and he would sell a story, and whether you liked it or not, you ended up loving it.
Yeah.
Right?
You end up talking shit about it.
Vince made you feel.
Vince made you feel. Triple H is just chasing after thumbs up and likes on social media,
and
that's why
he just wants
wishy-washy.
But that's what I'm asking though. Is that Triple H that wants the dollars, or is that TKO that is now? It's not a family-owned company anymore.
Right.
It's not that it was a family-owned company when Vince.
This is where I think what's going to happen is Pepsi Boy has already mentioned about how back in 12 years ago when he was with the company, main eventing WrestleMania meant you got more money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't mean shit.
Doesn't mean squat.
Everyone gets paid the same whether you're on a show or not. Wherever your contract is, you don't get any bonus pay.
Yeah.
But now he's hearing how much TKO is making off these shows, especially after every press conference Triple H has record numbers, record gates, record sales, record views.
That's what the Bulls players said too.
It's where's our money? Where's our cut? You have Jesse Ventura coming in on Saturday Night Main Events. I could see him getting in Pepsi Boy's ear. We may see a riot or a union happening soon.
Yeah.
With the wrestlers and when Pepsi Boy being in charge of it.
I mean, you could definitely see that happening. I'm shocked it hasn't happened yet.
Especially with him.
Yeah, especially with him.
Well, when his contract's up.
I mean, again, there's always when the contract's up or someone gets fired, the whistleblower is always the one that's going to try to tear it down. But yeah, I mean, the way Raw ended, I mean, we were talking about it here is, they're gonna need a tag team. They're gonna need a woman. That's probably gonna be Becky Lynch. Tag team, I can't figure out who it's gonna be yet. But I mean, is this just gonna be the dominant force that just blows through everybody, or
So on Raw tonight, what happened is at the end of the show, you had Rollins come out with
3-hour show.
Yeah, it was a longer Raw for them. Usually it's 2.5 hours, and they went overtime. So you had Rollins come out with with Paul Heyman. He likes to.
Someone choked the chicken on the table.
What is it?
Oh, I didn't see
it. Well, we don't have our monitor.
Oh, we don't have a monitor. Well, mine's still stuck on this one. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So Rollins came out with Paul Heyman in his banana suit. I was kind of upset that Heyman wasn't wearing the Seth Rollins attire from previous shows. That would have been kind of comical.
I like the yellow suit. It looked good.
Yeah, like we said it.
He looked normal.
He looks normal. Becky Lynch is back, so he can't be in her wardrobe anymore.
That's right.
He looked good. I mean, it was definitely out there, but I would wear the suit.
And Pepsi Boy comes out to confront Rollins.
Wrapping only one hand.
Wrapping one hand, his right hand to...
Because Paul Heyman was his left hand man.
Right. You want to choke yours too?
I already choked one.
Well,
I was first.
Okay. And then he gets squashed by Rollins. Roman comes out. I was so hoping he'd spear Heyman, but I thought Heyman may actually explode.
Probably. I was shocked. I mean, like you hearing comments about how Heyman looked when Solo put him through the table, like at Madison Square Garden, like he went through. He's like, "Oh, I didn't eat for days. I didn't do this.
Didn't sleep.
He prepared. He didn't do." So he looked really bad.
Gray hair, let his gray hair run.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Polly's looking good though, nice and tan.
Oh, nice and tan.
Yeah,
Exactly. Must be at the suite in the hotel. But when that person hoodied, speared Roman, there was only two people that could have done that, and that would have been Goldberg in his prime and Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Like, so when you saw Braun like just unhood and take his hoodie off, like, okay, like there was fear. Like, okay, like I'm actually scared for the locker room.
And that's what it was a year ago, I think, after Hall of Fame, when they were interviewing Paul about like what's next after Bloodline, and like how he would like to manage Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a chance.
Breaker
needs it.
Yeah.
Now, my question with this process is, does Paul recommend and say, listen, bring back your lineage, bring your Braun Steiner. You are a Steiner. You are your father's and uncle's nephew and son. You are that beast. You are a Steiner. Get your name out there.
I could see that happening.
Because they did bring that up during WrestleMania.
Yeah,
they did bring it up.
I mean, I would love to see him. I could see him maybe bringing back some of the move sets, you know, the Frankensteiner and like having that. But I think he'll still keep the Braun Breaker monocle just because he wants to be. He's even said it. He wants to be someone different. He wants to pay homage to his history, but he wants to be something different. So I could see him taking on.
How about Frankensteiner?
Ooh,
that's not bad.
The Frankensteiner.
And thank you, Seagram Spike, for that thought.
That's right.
Now, my question is,
I got more. Next show.
Bring him Sunday.
Okay.
Where is Seth? What's his show? Is he a Raw guy or is he a SmackDown guy?
Well, they're going to have the draft soon.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it was supposedly reported that it was going to be a couple weeks after WrestleMania. So, I mean, we're one day removed from WrestleMania. So,
I think it's still going to be Monday Night Rollins
and
Heyman.
Because the reason why I'm asking is because what I'm liking about Alex's idea with the whole faction per se is the one tag team that you would definitely, I think, would benefit from this faction is going to be the Street Profits. Because, like, in all honesty, to have, like, they're floating around too as far as tag team, but they can still run the tag team division. But those guys, I think, will benefit from being a part of this fraction compared to being a part of or they were before that with Damien.
Well, they were with Bobby Lashley and the Hurt
Business or something like that.
Business, yeah.
Now it's a Hurt Syndicate.
Now it's
Hurt Syndicate. But still, I think these guys going with them be better off.
I don't want to say this, but I could almost see them almost going all white.
Wow, that's racist.
It is what it is. I could see it though. I mean, I could see them not bringing.
But his DNA, he's at least 6% white. So
I said it, not him.
No, can't do it, man.
But I'm just saying, like, I could see them going. And I like the thought, you know, of the.
Oh, they could bring up some guys from NXT.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of them are ready yet.
I don't think there's anyone at NXT that would.
Well, male side, or I don't know if
Street Profits are right there, right for the taking.
Yeah, they're ready for their pick.
They're not going to separate them from Bianca.
I think they're going to come down and grab a couple guys from POWW. They're going to go.
But that's a good point, Tom. Like,
we need some midgets too.
We need a couple midgets back.
Oh, jeez.
I could see Bianca teaming with her husband and making some faction there and battling with this, but. I mean, that's the next thing is who is that tag team? Because they're clearly going to go that route.
And we can discuss that further on Sunday.
Are we really doing a show on Sunday?
Yeah, we're doing a show on Sunday. I'll make it back in time.
Okay.
TK, you're welcome to stop by. SG3, you're welcome to stop by. Your big thing.
I will go to Wisconsin and get more.
Your big thing from Raw was, yes, Cena opened up Raw, and then Randy came out and RKO'd him because they gave away next month's pay-per-view, a Backlash in St. Louis of Cena versus Orton. And it would only make sense where it was for the title, especially when Cody is not advertised for Raw.
If Randy wins it,
Randy is not going to win.
But he's 15th.
Right.
I mean, I'm just
Right. Well, I mean, that's why I would have had Randy versus Cody.
But how many more years does Randy have?
But as Cena said in this
About three.
but
Good
Cena
3
said
years.
on Monday, on tonight, it
Dude's
was
a brick house now,
27,
bro.
I believe, if someone could fact check me, or it was 27
26 or 27
appearances
left.
not matches.
Right.
Does not mean he's going to defend. So he could lose.
He may not defend. He may take it, and that's how they get rid of the belt.
Or we're going to have heel Cena versus face Orton in St. Louis.
It's weird.
It's going, that's it. And then the other plan was Money in the Bank was going to be heel Cena versus Pepsi Boy.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That'd be good.
I hate
Just
Pepsi
because.
Boy just needs to die.
You guys are haters, man.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Remember,
No, he should be on the mic or he should be on the manager. Yeah, that's it.
He
He should not be
was
wrestling
involved.
anymore.
I
He
mean,
should not be wrestling anymore.
Pepsi Boy.
All right, so you're bringing up the point right now. That doesn't work for me, brother. And this is our final segment of the show.
the final segment of
I see Ted falling asleep over there. He's got to work early.
Can't do anything. But keep
That's
going.
that's because I had this stuff over here, man. This stuff is like NyQuil.
I
don't know how you
gotta do after this.
I don't know how you guys are fucking even
The
talking.
lights, the heat.
Man, holy shit. Yeah.
I do have to take a leak, but that's the other reason we got to wrap up the show.
I didn't even have I didn't even have a third of what you guys had.
All right, so what doesn't work for you, brother?
What doesn't work for me, brother, is it does not feel like WrestleMania with the ads on the apron, the commercials between matches. I want that whole. That's why I said I miss Vince. The ring was sacred.
Yeah.
There's never any sponsors except the WWF or WWE logo. That was the only thing that would be on there. I'm fine with that. To me, it looks like a race car. Now you got on the turnbuckles too.
But here's my thing. So we'll talk about your point is okay. I would be okay if the advertisements were there if ticket prices weren't fucking 10 grand. Like if ticket prices were reasonable,
Right.
because the advertisements were
A couple
there,
$100.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Perfect. I don't care. You want to put logos on everything, just like with NBA jerseys and NFL jerseys. You
And
wanna
that's
put
cheap in a
logos on
project. You don't want to watch it anymore.
The product is still going to be the
The
same.
NBA is just a horrible product.
But I
It
understand,
has
but-
nothing to do with the sponsorship.
It's cheapened it.
Okay, but
Same with baseball.
to me, like
All right.
if the advertisements are there, but you're still asking $10,000 for tickets,
Right.
No thing.
that's where I have
Yeah, $100 for
So
house
what
shows.
doesn't work for you, brother?
right now. What doesn't work for me is, I mean,
The $100 house show tickets.
no, it's the long, drawn out segments right now. Like I feel like the Yeats
20 minutes of
Ugh.
meeting.
appointment, but not even that. But like when you let the fans dictate how long it's going, I get it. These fans paid a lot of money, as I just said, to be at that show, but I don't want to hear, you deserve this for 5 minutes, and then you go into a 10-minute Yeet session.
Or now everyone doing the Euro chants for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, the Euro chants don't work for me at all.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, it was good, but what?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Or that was good. You took part in it. You paid. You're part of it. I love it. Kurt Angle would get pissed at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now it's like you deserve.
Yeah.
What? Shut up.
Yeah.
What the?
Or it's the back and forth. Like I think we heard it on Saturday or Sunday. Was like talking about Cody, and then it was like, "You go, Cody. Cena sucks." It's like that goes back and forth, and then the commentary is trying to talk over that. And from a TV performance, the audio doesn't mix.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's just what sucks for me. Like I don't want to hear the crowd noise. Like when I watch a football game, I don't want to hear the crowd noise. I want to hear the helmets hitting. I want to hear maybe some commentary. As if Megan was on this call, I mute commentary normally because I just rather just watch the freaking event, not listen to what people have to say about it.
Michael Cole, 2 days of Mike, 3 days of Michael Cole in a row.
And McAfee.
And McAfee. Tony, of course, Chop It Up with Tony. New episode dropping when?
That's coming up next month, you guys. The date is not set at the moment. I will be advertising on there, so stay tuned for sure on all social media platforms. We'll be dropping that part out there. We're gonna have some good guests coming on through, man. It's gonna be a nice conversations with Chop It Up. It's gonna be fun.
Love it. I love it.
Roll
What
it
does-
up.
Are you on
He's coming on board as well.
Are you
His
Facebook
show coming up
famous?
next Sunday. So
What?
tune in.
Next Sunday. Roll it up. Zach the Mac. What doesn't work for you, brother?
What doesn't work for me? These 2-night events. I would agree with you guys
Thank
on
you.
this one. As we're talking
Thank
about these 2-night events, man, they got to settle down. I think with TKO in there, and hopefully Dana White can kind of tell these guys to say, listen, it was a fun event, but this is too long. I want to sleep during at least like 5 or 6 of these matches.
I'm
The rest of the
telling you.
matches, the prestige of having people to fight for a WrestleMania spot was there. Hence why we saw that throughout all the year on everyone trying to fight for that spot, whether it be on the mic, whether it be in the matches, whether it be behind the scenes. So at this point right now, that you need to go back to that prestige and say it's all fair game. Who wants it? Come get it. There's going to be 2 kickoff shows. There's going to be 2 kickoff matches, and then at this point right now, the rest of WrestleMania is what it is. 6 matches, 7 matches.
Say 7 matches and 2 per kickoff.
SG3 says TDK doesn't work for me, brother. Get him off the screen.
He just bad. He's still awake right now. Go to bed. You sleep.
Yeah.
Hey, so
he's upset because he looks like Troopy
I'll
Dog.
tell you what does it. You know, here's the other thing. We're gonna have a 2-night Raw. It's gonna be Monday, Tuesday night Raw. It's gonna be Thursday, Friday night SmackDown.
Exactly.
Everything's gonna. What doesn't work for me is the 3 hours of pregame before it. It is just horrible programming each night. Absolutely horrible. It was no good.
Is now
less is better. Less
is more.
That's right. That's right.
18 hours of wrestling this weekend.
That's right.
Right. Exactly. I'm exhausted. It was fun, but I'm tired.
Then you have NXT tomorrow. You have AEW on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Long 10
Well,
days.
no one watches AEW Wednesday, so I can sleep. That's fine.
Hey, AEW last Wednesday had the match of the week with Ospreay and what's his name?
That's fine. One match.
Take a shit out.
That's
Take a
okay.
shit out.
One match is fine, but the rest of the product, there's who fill their seats up first. Go back to the locker rooms or go back to the.
They are doing that. Maybe if you're watching, you pay attention to that.
Go back to YMCA. I think they'll do fine in YMCA. They'll be able to fill some spots there and be well there. You know,
but even NXT right now. NXT is tomorrow, correct?
Right.
Okay. Why was NXT on Raw?
Because everybody's
getting called
banged up and tired, hungover.
Like
hungover.
Then again, you show off. Like, oh well, who's fighting tonight is gonna fight these people tomorrow. Like it's great. Like. Fuck, just let people rest. Like that's why you're getting injured.
They had to get old girl's booty on there tonight.
No.
Hey, that was fun.
Hey. All right, listen, we got to get out of here. Join us Sunday for another episode, a regularly scheduled episode. Let me tell you something, brother. TDK, chop it up with Tony. Appreciate you. Roll it up.
And come get your damn belts.
There we go.
Otherwise, we are destroying them on Sunday. We are destroying them
as
on
long as I
Sunday.
win that tag team, they'll come get those bad boys. The rest of the belts, that's on those guys. They got to work, drive their little, eat kind of cars and make their way on there.
That's right. Skull Bell is coming home with me.
That's
insane here.
If you guys do not pick up the Smoking Skull belt on Sunday, Alex gets it.
Yeah, I told old man he better break his butt over there, and hike if he has to.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Promise here from Tom's Production Studios and 216 Creator Studios.
And go choke your chicken.
Bye, guys.
Bye.